Hello, it is 5:08
5:08
p.m. on Monday, January 12th. Today was our Nassau Port Day. We went on our Jeep tour.
The tour was fantastic. We went all around the island. I took turns driving with another random guy who ended up being from Ohio. He was really nice, drove well, and we got to see a bunch of cool stuff. We started off at the actual tour place, and then from the tour place we made our way to the caves.
The only inhabitants are 2-inch fruit bats. It was very wet and like moist in there. It's a limestone cave, so it was very, very cool. They showed us a almond tree, which are naturally occurring on the island. So you just bit into an almond fruit and then broke it open and showed us an almond.
So that was really cool, and then from there we made our way around the island a little bit, did a little bit of a tour. The Jeep handled really, really poorly. You could tell that it was not maintained the greatest, so you go over a bump and you kind of feel it like wobble side to side. From there we went to the beach.
Yes.
The beach was really nice.
It was a 45-minute beach break in the middle of the tour, so some people went swimming. We walked around in the tide pool rocks and then went and sat just on a bench in the shade. They had guards by the bathroom, which was kind of interesting, but it was just very peaceful and pretty blue water. Hello.
Good morning.
It is 10:13 on January 12th,
Monday the 12th.
We'd be at work right now. We are currently in Nassau, but we just went on the first half of our Jeep tour, so we are now at our 45-minute beach break, and then we're going to go on more of a tour and finish off with barbecue.
And then from there, we made our way back into town. We stopped for lunch at the, it's like a cruise-owned restaurant that they don't want you to know is cruise-owned.
Bahama Grill is what it was called, which is very, capital B, capital G.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Food was mid. The chicken was genuinely some of the driest chicken I've ever had. It turned into powder in my mouth.
But it was the, classic Bahama meal, so it was Bahama baked mac and cheese, barbecue chicken, pork ribs,
and then rice and beans,
which was all together
really good.
That was really good.
And it was free.
Then it
Didn't
had
pay for it, so
well, we paid for
the excursion, but
and there was fresh squeezed lemonade as well, which I thought was really dirty water at first, but it ended up being really good.
Really good.
Very refreshing. So.
And then from there we drove through town, which was really cool, right through the middle of downtown. Got to see some of the shops, and then once we stopped there, tour bus took us back to the port.
But instead of going directly back,
we decided to go walk around downtown a little bit. So we started by making our way through the straw market, which is definitely just a kitschy touristy thing.
It's very kitschy, but apparently it does have a lot of handmade goods. Some of it did look like it was drop shipped, You know, just kind of the basic stuff you'd get at any other tourist attraction, but it said Bahamas on it. But some of it was what looked like handcrafted, hand-carved straw baskets, woodworking.
There was really cool wood carvings.
Yes.
But it was the same thing across, I mean, when you walked through one part of the straw market, you saw most of the
Yes.
straw market. It was
Yeah.
the same thing in every booth. I saw the same Budweiser King of Booty shirt in like 5 different booths.
And the same, you know, shark carving in different, like 3 different sizes. But it was still, you know, it's a classic that we hadn't visited when we got rained out over the last Nassau trip.
Yeah. So we made our way through there and then made it to the actual main street. On that, we stopped at a little touristy shop and I got a patch for my truck. And then from there, we made our way to a luxury watch store. So they have Rolex, Breitling, Tissot, Tudor was there, and then a bunch of little like G-Shock, Luminox, Gucci, bunch of just little
Versace.
stuff in the middle.
And it was a very nice strip mall kind of feeling area. It was very clean, very nice. It was very jarring kind of walking out of the straw market and then going to this
Right
very
into that,
high class, you know, it had a Starbucks food court in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But that was super cool.
Very, very cool to see.
But by then we ran out of water in our water bladder, which was perfect, by the way.
So glad
Very
we had
excited
that.
we
Yeah,
had
it was
that this time.
fantastic.
And we made our way back to the ship. It was about a 5 to 10 minute walk from that random strip mall back to the ship. So
Yeah,
all
thankfully they berthed us right at the closest pier. We're
So-
gonna go hit. There is a Scotch tasting at the watch shop, which is gonna be really cool. Hopefully hear about some Swiss watches that they have. The watch shop on board is pretty cool. The funny thing is, the watch that I got on the last cruise, I really can't think of anything to replace it. So there was a hexagon ring that I thought was kind of neat, but Carissa said it was ugly.
I think it's tacky and ugly
So-
personally, but
Not gonna get that.
so as far as Nassau is concerned, now that we've been there twice in 2 very different scenarios, one with an excursion on a very nice day and one with no excursion on a very rainy tropical storm kind of day, I would say for me, the things that were worth it would be having a taxi or some sort of transportation around the islands in a tour setting. It doesn't have to be the Jeep tour specifically. I don't know if I'd do that one specifically again, but if you can find a safe way to have a taxi around the island with a local that can tour you, definitely worth it. Having a beach far away from Junkanoo Beach, the public beach that we went to and sat in the shade for the beach break was very nice and a lot less busy than Junkanoo. I don't know if it's worth it for everyone, but that rum cake that we tasted, one of the best things I've ever had in my life. It was incredible. Not worth $22 for such a small cake for me right now, but
Very good.
it was so good. So those are my top 3 things. Some sort of
Yeah.
transportation, a beach far away if you're someone that likes to swim in salt water, and the rum cake.
Yeah, I'd say the Jeep tour was awesome. I'd do it once. I don't know if I'd do it again.
It's kind of a
But,
one-time thing.
Yeah, it's absolutely a one-time thing, but it was really cool. Our tour guide was really knowledgeable, and it was really fun to get to drive in a foreign country.
Yeah. We got $3 and
55 cents, 70
70 cents. So